This is St. Clare College, headed by its chairman and president, Dr. Clarita G. Adelam, and duly recognized by the government, with the following recognition, accreditation and awards. Bureau of Immigration Accreditation, to accept foreign students. Approved accreditation to accept foreign students. AAFS number RADJR 2012-048. Commission on Higher Education. Bachelor of Arts in Political Science. GR number 108, Series of 2000. Bachelor of Secondary Education major in English and Mathematics. GR number 007, Series of 2001. Bachelor of Elementary Education. GR number 008, Series of 2001. Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. GR number 005, Series of 2002. Bachelor of Science in Business Administration major in Management. GR number 013, Series of 2002. Bachelor of Science in Hotel and Restaurant Management. GR number 063, Series of 2011. Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management. GR number 038, Series of 2015. Department of Education. Senior High School Program. GP number SHS0258, Series of 2015. Track, Academic. Strand, Accountancy, Business and Management, Humanities and Social Sciences. GP number SHS0258, Series of 2015. Track, Arts and Design. GP number SHS0258, Series of 2015. Track, Sports Track. GP number SHS0258, Series of 2015. Track, TechVoc. Strand, Information Communication and Technology, Computer Programming and Animation. GP number SHS0258, Series of 2015. Track, TechVoc. Strand, Home Economics, Food and Beverage Services, Bread and Pastry Production, Housekeeping, Tour Guiding Services, Travel Services, Caregiving. GP number SHS0258, Series of 2015. Department of Education. Complete Nursery Kindergarten Course. GR number P047, Series of 2002. Complete Elementary Course. GR number E024, Series of 2002. Complete Secondary Course. GR number S05, Series of 2005. Technical Education and Skills Development Authority. Programming NC4. Computer Technicians. Data Encoder. Computer Hardware Servicing. Hotel and Restaurant Servicing. Housekeeping NC2. Commercial Cooking NC2. Food and Beverages Services NC2. Bartending NC2. Baking and Pastry Production. Travel Services NC2. Front Office Services NC2. Tour Guiding Services NC2. Caregiver NC2. Call Center Agent NC2. Medical Transcription NC2. Household Services NC2. Emergency Medical Technician. AXQ accredited. Level 2 accreditation. Association of Christian Schools, Colleges and Universities. Royal Institution, Singapore. RIAEIO, 2017000027. Award of Distinction FAPSA. Federation of Associations of Private Schools and Administrators. Award of Distinction Caprice. Caloocan Association of Private Schools. Acer Academy Platinum Member. Platinum Award Acer Academy. PBAD League Champion. 2019 PBAD League Foundation Cup Champion. This is St. Clare College, the leading edge in online education system and School of Life Skills. Now, signing on.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
understand. To be loved as to love with all my soul. Make me a channel of your peace. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned, in giving to all men that we receive, and in dying that we're born to eternal life, and in dying that we're born to eternal life. Hope of the future lies in our hand, to greet tomorrow's dream. With just one voice we raise your name. Oh, hail our dear Saint Clare. Inspired by your dreams and aspirations, and goals for all humanity, we lift our voices, raise your banner, proclaim your cause on high. For your achievements and goals are a light to our path, the soul of all wisdom, and you're a model to us, those in need of your light, the hand in the Master's touch. Hope of the future lies in our hand, to greet tomorrow's dream. With just one voice we raise your name. Oh, hail our dear Saint Clare. Inspired by your dreams and aspirations, and goals for all humanity, we lift our voices, raise your banner, proclaim your cause on high. For your achievements and goals are a light to our path, the soul of all wisdom, and you're a model to us, those in need of your light, the hand in the Master's touch. Oh, Hesita, Mamata. Oh, Saint Clare. Oh, hail our dear Saint Clare.
St. Clare College Vision and Mission. Vision: to become the leading institution for professional development, and the first and foremost provider of quality, affordable, and sustainable development education. Mission: to provide quality and excellent global education for the total development of a responsible, innovative, skillful and professional global workforce, whose values and dignity are beyond far. St. Clare College Core Values. St. Clare College aims to foster distinction and excellence in all the endeavors of the school community members. All stakeholders are envisioned to be imbued with enduring core values, which define and shape the central beliefs and character of every genuine Clarion student, employee and administrator, within and beyond the premises of the academic institution. Hereafter are the core values of St. Clare College. Star that shines. All members of the school community are encouraged to extremely remarkable standards in attaining excellence in every aspect of life, making them role models who possess values and character that are worth emulating. Truthfulness. Truthfulness is characterized by embracing honesty in thoughts, words, and deeds of all concerned individuals who are part of the school community. Compassion. Selflessness and genuine character for others, and instilled in Clarions through constant exposure to various academic, extracurricular, and co-curricular activities that will bring out their compassionate attitude. Love. Love for oneself, for others, and for noble causes are pivotal in cultivating a well-rounded individual, who embodies unwavering desire and sustained commitment in every undertaking. Amiability. Displaying a friendly disposition and pleasant attitude towards other people inspires positive rapport and desirable outcomes. Righteousness. All concerned members are expected to uphold the ideals and moral principles of the institution, as a reflection of their integrity and dignity. Ever loyal. Remaining steadfast to the ideals and the good name of the institution is a desirable impression, ingrained in the minds and hearts of all the members of the school community. The St. Clare College hereby declares the following principles. The college shall contribute to the realization of sustainable development goals. The college shall promote quality and excellence, access and equity, efficiency and effectiveness, and relevant and responsive education. The college shall help accelerate the socio-economic development of the National Capital Region and the entire country by making college education affordable and accessible. Qualities of a St. Clare College graduate. Intellectual creativity, critical thinking and innovativeness. Graduates can use their imagination, as well as their national thinking, abilities, and innovation, in order to adopt and adjust to the changing needs of the time, both nationally and globally. Effective communication. Graduates are proficient and skillful in the 4 areas of communication: reading, writing, listening and speaking. They can use these skills in solving problems and articulating their thoughts when engaging people in various situations. Leadership effectiveness and managerial skills. Graduates are developed to become the best professionals in their respective specialization by exploring leadership competencies, managerial skills and technical know-how. Sense of nationalism and global responsiveness. Graduates are nationalists and respect the values of global citizenship. Personal and professional ethical standard of excellence. Graduates demonstrate desirable strength of character and attitudes in their personal and professional endeavors. Quality service and collaboration. Graduates exemplify the potentialities of an efficient, responsible, and well-rounded professional committed to quality service, honest toil and collaboration. Adeptness in the use of information and communications technology and modern facilities. Graduates are skillful and knowledgeable in the use of digital learning devices, facilities, including technical and numerical skills. Community engagement. Graduates assure an active role in organizing projects, programs, and activities to help and advance the interests and welfare of the people in their respective communities. Passionate to perpetual learning. Graduates are committed to continuously advance their knowledge and technical skills in order to keep themselves abreast to the needs and challenges of their professions, both nationally and globally. Strong sense of spiritual and moral values. Graduates are morally and spiritually upright in their day-to-day undertaking.
It's a Life Skills for Life Success Friday. Today is January 14, 2022, and we welcome you to the third day of our startup module for the second semester of academic year 2021-2022. This is still your teacher, DJ Adi. Good morning, class. Ayan, talaga naman napakaganda ng ating Friday morning dahil napakaraming magagandang balita para sa ating mga Clarians mula kahapon hanggang ngayon at para bukas pa. Ayan, again, we are live via Clare Online YouTube channel. Kaya naman, bago ang lahat, don't forget to like and subscribe now. Last Monday nga on the day 1 of our startup module ay nakasama natin ang ating President Dr. Clarita G. Adalem na binigyan tayo ng very inspiring message para ma-motivate tayo sa pagbubukas ng semester na ito. At nakasama rin natin ang Chancellor of the Royal Institution Singapore, Dr. Samuel M. Salvador, na nag-discuss sa atin paano nga ba maging champion student. Kasama rin natin si Dr. Catherine S. Pagulayan na binigyan tayo ng tips and reminders. Ano nga ba ang tamang behavior sa online classes? Diniscuss na sa atin ang netiquette at ang school policies and guidelines. Siyempre, nakasama rin natin ang iba't ibang heads ng ating mga offices dito katulad na lamang ng guidance office na nag-offer ng ating prayer para sa ating mga relatives, ating parents, students na naging biktima ng Odette at ng COVID-19. Kasama rin natin ang mga heads from different departments. Kasama natin si Ma'am Cristina Bergado from the Basic Education Department, Ma'am Maria Rebecca Palad naman po for the Senior High School Department, at Ma'am Joy Aquino for the Tertiary Department. At syempre, ang mga ating program heads. Ayan, kaya naman busog na busog tayo mula day 1 at day 2 pa lamang. Pero ang tanong ng bayan, ang tanong ng Clarians, where is Dean Henry Tinedero? Siyempre, hindi kumpleto ang startup module kung walang Dean Henry Tinedero. Kaya naman today, January 14, ay nilaan natin especially ang araw na ito para sa nag-iisang man of wisdom at man of diskarte to discuss to us the life skills for life success. Gano'n nga ba kalaga life skills para sa achievement o sa success nating mga Clarians. Kaya naman live na live, makakasama natin maya-maya lamang ang nag-iisang Dean Henry S. Tinedero. Ayan. Isa nga po nga pala sa usapin ngayon, no? Lalo na sa education sector, isang laganap na usapin sa education sector ngayon, ang kahandaan ng schools na magpatupad ng face-to-face classes. Kaya naman ang ating good morning class poll question of the day, palagay nyo ba, handa na ba ang Clarians para sa face-to-face classes? Tingnan natin, no? Kung yes at handa na kayo, i-type sa comment box below ang yes. Excited na kami! Kung hindi pa naman, i-type ang no. Safety first muna. Again, uulitin natin, handa na nga ba ang Clarians para sa face-to-face classes? That is our good morning class poll question of the day. Kung handa na, type in yes, excited na kami, at no, safety first muna. At habang inihintay natin at papakinggan natin ang opinyon ng ating mga mahal na Clarians, basahin muna natin at batiin natin ang ating mga viewers for the day. Unang-una na dyan, good morning po from 11E2, Aziel Nicole Palomo. Kasama rin natin si Iro Gono Cruz, na lagi nanonood ng Good Morning Class. Hello sa'yo. Kasama natin si Abigail Avanzado, lagi nakatutok. Very good. Good morning daw, Sir Adi. Good morning sa'yo. And to all SCC staff, maraming salamat. No? Good morning din kay Anley Loris Fajardo, Divina Gaviola Moste, kasama rin natin. Christopher Del Quintos, ayan. Kasama natin si Angelica Bernante of Humes A1. Again, tignan natin ano nga ba ang opinion ng St. Clare College community. Kasama na ng mga students, parents, ang ating staff, lahat dito sa St. Clare College, ang buong pamilya ng St. Clare College. Ano nga ba ang opinion natin sa pagpapatupad ng face-to-face classes? Kung yes na yes, excited na kami, i-type sa comment box below. Kung no, safety first muna, i-type din natin yan. Tingnan natin, no? Patuloy natin ang pagbate. Ma'am Marites Cucharo, good morning po. Ayan, a very productive module number 3 or day 3. Thank you so much, Ma'am Marites Cucharo. And sabi po ni Ma'am Cucharo, hi daw sa kanyang advisory classes na A1, A2 ng HUMS or Humanities and Social Sciences. Tingnan na natin kung may mga nagbibigay na ng kanyang opinion. Sami, Miss Shanila de la Peña Umayan, no, safety first. Ayan. Okay, tingnan natin yung iba pa nga mga opinion nila dito. Meron pa ako nabasa kanina. From Queen Panlilio, yes, excited na po kami. Ayan, so meron din dito from Ronquillo Katrina, no, safety first muna po. Ayan. Sabi rin ni Jessel Matan, no, safety first muna. Aba, parang nangunguna ang safety first muna kasi yun din ang sagot ni Letish de los Reyes. No din para kay Van Vishnu Susaya. No din si Justin Joy Kaaya. Kasama na rin si Miley Francisco at si Pia Espiritu. Ayan o, halos lahat ang ang sagot talaga na yung no, safety first muna. Kaya naman sa St. Clair College, no, gusto natin mapakinggan ang opinion ng ating mga mahal na Clarians para tulungan tayo mag-decide. Ready na nga ba ang ating mga students para sa face-to-face classes? Batiin din natin, kasama natin ngayong umaga si Von Eric Livelo, Daniela Martizano of FNB, ayan. Sabi ni Russell May Avila, no po Sir Adi, no, from 12E2. Ayan, talaga nangunguna, no safety first. Sabi rin ni Arceline Etang, Arceline Etang, Wayne Gomez, safety first muna po para sa lahat. Sabi naman ni Jerome, yes, handa na po kami. Sabi ni Ma'am Lang Xiaotong, no, safety first muna. Kasama rin natin si Gian, ako pa na nag-agree sa karamihan na safety first muna po. Kasama rin na, napaka-cute naman ang pangalan, Kikoy and Kikay. Ayan, safety first muna, Sir Adi. Sabi ni Riza Lynn Nozelada. Ayan. Good morning po from 3AB Polsai, sabi ni Jean Lianda. Kasama rin natin si Ma'am Sofia Salvador. Hello po from the Basic Education Department. Hello po sa lahat ng teachers natin ngayon na nanonood from Basic Department, Senior High School at Tertiary Department. Sabi naman ni Iram Zupal, yes sir, excited na po kami. Ayan, talagang hati ang ating mga Clarians. So, pero nangingibababang no, safety first. Keep it coming, no? I-comment lang ang opinion dahil napakahalaga ng opinion ng ating mga mahal na Clarians, ng ating estudyante, ng ating mga parents, ng ating mga teachers, non-teaching personnel, lahat. Basta taga St. Clair, no, i-comment na po ang inyong opinion patungkol sa pagpapatupad ng face-to-face classes. Sabi naman ni Mariana Joanna, good morning po, Ma'am Marites Cocharo, and to all SCC staff. Sabi ni Jean Leandra, safety first muna po, Sir Adi. Safety first po ako for some good reason. Very good, no? Sabi ni Darren Joey Cruz. Ayan. Sabi ni Jennifer Vlog, safety first muna because we have cases right now. And also, we have new variants. Okay, very good, no? Yan ang opinion ni Jennifer Vlog. Ayan, meron siyang reason, no? Kung bakit safety first muna pinili niya. Okay. Sabi naman ni Amol Mariz, good morning po from UMS A2. Nandito rin kasama natin si Cyrus Iaro Gono Cruz from grade 11 D1. Ayan. Sir Joseph Solomon, ayan, from the Tertiary Department. Ang opinion naman ni Alexandria Chesa, no, safety first muna. Vaccine first, especially sa mga ages 5 to 11. Very good, no? Kasama rin niya rin na nakikiagree si Jean Lianda, Elsa Valdez. Okay. Maya-maya lamang itutuloy po natin ang pagbabasa ng inyong mga opinion patungkol po sa ating Good Morning Class poll question of the day. Again, ihanda na ang inyong mga sagot. Handa na nga ba ang Clarians para sa face-to-face classes? Kung yes, i-type ang yes, excited na po kami at bakit, no? At para sa no, safety first muna at kung ano ang inyong dahilan. Ayan, no? Also, I would like to take this opportunity to mention to everyone, nakasabay po ng ating poll question, ay nakapost po sa ating website. Makinig mabuti, no? Nakapost po sa ating website na stclaironline.com ang ating tinatawag na St. Clair College Health Survey Form. No? Makakatulong po itong health survey form na marinig po natin ang kasalukuyang estado po ng ating mga mahal na Clarians, students, parents, admin, non-teaching person, lahat po. No? Sumagot po tayo sa health survey form. Nakapost po yan maya-maya lamang sa ating website, St. Clair College or stclaironline.com at pwede rin po natin bisitahin ang stclaircollege.com. Also, no, para sa ating mga tertiary students, since tayo ay nasa second semester na enrollment, it is still open. Punta lang po tayo sa clareonline.com/IMS. Gusto ko pa rin pong i-announce sa mga nagtatanong na kasalukuyan pong naka-hold pa rin po temporarily ang ating pag-accept ng face-to-face transaction or on-campus transaction sa ating mahal na eskwelahan. Siyempre, sabi nga natin ng safety first muna. Pero kung meron kayong mga concerns, questions, queries, or anything na gusto nyo malaman about St. Clare College, pwede kayong mag-login sa ating Stay Connected online concierge, no? Yan ay powered or via Zoom. Pupunta lang tayo sa Zoom at ilalogin natin ang meeting ID na 818-7464-6187. Tapos may password yan, no? Capital letters SCC. Okay, kung hindi naman kayo makapag-login sa Zoom natin, pwede rin kayong mag-inquire sa ating Facebook Messenger chat support, no? Sa ating official Facebook page na St. Clare College. At speaking of tertiary students, no, yung enrollment nyo, no, bukas, alam kong marami kayong katanungan dahil sa napakagandang balita kahapon about TES Unifast, nag-announce na nga tayo, no? At alam kong marami kayong questions, kaya naman kayong lahat ay dapat na umattend tomorrow, 10 a.m., January 15, 2022, ay magkakaroon tayo ng General Orientation Webinar about TES Unifast kung saan makakasama natin ang Board Secretary at ang Legal Counselor nating Attorney J. Paulo Adalem. Kasama rin natin ang ating teacher DJ Trami Ortega and yours truly. Bukas yan again, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. No? Para sa lahat ng tertiary students natin na may question about Unifast Scholarship. Ayan. So, wag na nating patagalin pa, no? Bago ko ibigay sa inyo konting excitement pa, no, ang ating special guest for the day, no? Bago ko siya ibigay sa inyo, lahat na dapat makinig mabuti dahil maya-maya lamang, hindi kumpleto ang ating good morning class na wala tayong raffle, no? Bilang pasasalamat sa ating mga loyal viewers. Kaya naman maya-maya lamang sa discussion ng ating Dean Henry S. Tinidero, ay magtatanong si Sir Adi, dating gawin, no? Magtatanong si Sir Adi ng question, ng trivia question kung saan kung alam nyo ang sagot, ay iti-text nyo ang tamang sagot sa number na ibibigay ko maya-maya lamang. Kung saan lahat po kayo, no, ang ating mananalo ay pwedeng mag-uwi ng 200 pesos worth of GCash. Lalo na sa mga walang wifi sa bahay, di ba? Malaking tulong yan pang load kasi regular classes is open na po January 17. No? Sa mga estudyante natin na medyo challenge sa paghahanap ng load, no? Or para hindi na humingi kay mama, kay papa, kay daddy, o kay ate, o kay kuya, pwede kayo manalo ng GCash worth 200 maya-maya lamang kaya makinig mabuti sa discussion ng ating nag-iisang Dean, Henry Tiridero. Ayan, no? Marami pa tayong announcement dito. Kaya maya lamang ay bibigay natin lahat yan sa inyong lahat. For now, tingnan natin at panoorin natin at kilalanin nga natin bakit ba nananatiling matatag ang St. Clare College dahil yan sa sipag at tiyaga ng masisipag nating school officials at administrators. Sino-sino sila? Let's all watch this. Nakilala nga natin ang masisipag nating mga school administrators dito sa St. Clair College. Kaya po sa inyong lahat, maraming salamat po. Again, balikan natin kanina nang simula at dito tayo ay good morning class poll question of the day kung saan tinanong natin ang ating mga mahal na Clarians. So, at ang buong St. Clair College community, handa na nga ba tayo sa face-to-face classes? Kung handa na, itype in ang yes, excited na kami. At kung no, no, safety first muna. Kaya naman basahin natin ang opinion ng ating mga Clarians. Sabi dito ni Moste Divina Gaviola, if possible, we shall go face-to-face po. But if to observe the situation right now, or to observe the situation right now, I might say I should stay with online classes. Ayan. Thank you so much, no, Divina Gaviola Moste. Sabi naman ni Attorney Alarcon, no, na talaga naman sumasagot sa ating poll, health is wealth, vaccination at booster muna. Thank you so much, Attorney Alarcon. Sabi naman ni Gladys Kaitan, no, safety first. And aside po, hindi pa kakayanin ng ibang working students. Oo, no, napakarami nating working students dito sa St. Clair College. Ayan, salamat sa iyong opinion. Sabi naman ni Alexandra Chesa, again, safety first muna po. Kailangan may vaccines muna lahat ng estudyante. Ayan. Sabi naman, no, ito pabate, no, good morning po sa lahat, especially to BS Ed English 1A. Sabi ni Janine Ross. Sabi naman Marisa Dorano, isa sa masipag nating tertiary professor, no, face-to-face classes can wait naman. Safety first muna tayo, okay? Talaga naman nakikipsagot na, no? Nakikipol na ang ating mga St. Clair College students, parents, at mga staff, no? Sabi naman Gianna Akupan, okay na, ready na ako. Okay, so may mga ready na at may mga safety first muna. Sabi naman ni Dondo Gopio, good morning po, ready na. Okay. So kasama rin natin ngayong umaga. Ito pabati naman ni Catherine Pahayak of grade 11 F3. Okay. So tingnan pa natin yung ibang ating mga comments dito. Sabi ni Eliza Quintilla, excited na po kami kasi face-to-face. Pero gusto po namin maging safe muna lahat ng students at teachers. Okay, so safety first talaga. Sabi ulit no, ni Gianna Nakumpan, dunuktong niya, vaccine muna, bawal pa po ang bata na lumabas. Okay. Sabi rin ni Leonard Amoroso, na-miss po namin mag face-to-face, pero mas kailangan po natin maging safe sa panahon ngayon. Okay. Talaga naman nakakatuwa ang ating mga estudyante. No? O si Justin Joy Kaayan, parang Gina G, no? Safety first. Ang daming safety first. Ayan. So, hati talaga ang opinion ng ating mga Clarians, no? Pero nangingibabaw ang no safety first. Kaya naman, tuloy-tuloy lang natin ang pagbibigay ng ating mga opinion dahil napakahalaga yan na marinig natin ang boses ng ating mga mahal na Clarians. Kaya naman hindi ko na patatagalin pa, no? Maya-maya ibabasahin ko ulit ang inyong mga sagot. Pero ngayong araw, dahil miss na natin siya, hindi natin siya nakasama noong day 1, pati noong day 2, kaya namang araw na ito ay para sa kanya lamang. Tawagin na natin ang nag-isang man of wisdom at man of discarte, the Dean of Life Skills for Life Success Program of St. Clair College. Let's all give a hand to Dean Henry S. Tinedero.
Good morning, Clarians. It's so nice to see you again. So nice to be back. Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you very much, Teacher DJ Addy, for the very kind introduction, and also welcome. So nice to see our online education team, si Ma'am Joy Naturales at si Ginoong Trami Ortega, na sumusubaybay sa ating palatuntunan ngayong umaga at ng mga nakarang araw kung saan tinalakay ang mga mahalagang bagay patungkol sa edukasyon sa panahon ng pandemya, lalo ngayon lumalakas ang ating Omicron. Pero gaya ng sabi natin, anuman ang problema, iyan ay kabahagi ng ating buhay. This is all part of human existence. Suffering is part of gaining positive things later on in life. So thank you very much for giving a special day, particularly to talk about life skills for life success. But before that, let me greet our beloved President, Dr. Clare Adalem. Magandang umaga po. At sa mga kay Dr. Ray Adalem na namimiss ko na hope you're doing well together with Dr. J and the rest of the Adalem family who have been there all along. Through thick and thin, dama natin ang suporta ng buong pamilya sa larangan ng edukasyon. Nais ko rin bigyang pugay ang ating consultant, si Dr. Samuel Salvador, sa kanyang magandang presentation ng Monday patungkol sa how to become a champion student. Batiin din natin ang ating basic ed head, si Ma'am Cristina Bergado, ang ating senior high school principal, si Madam Becky Rebecca Palad, at ang ating mga tertiary level top honchos, sila Ma'am Joy Aquino, si Madam Renilda Martinez, si Teresita Solidum, Attorney Joy, and of course our guidance and counseling team, sila Dr. Lita, Dr. Cathy, Dr. Rose Lita, at ang ating mga batang pinuno ng life coaching, si Madam Gang. And all of you, our beloved teachers, it's so nice to see you all again. To our dear students, thank you for watching our Good Morning Class series during this Startup Module series. Life skills for life success. To experience, as we would always say, to experience a meaningful life, we need to experience many short deaths. And this short death, called COVID-19, has been around for almost 2 years now, more than 2 years in fact. But despite that, many lessons were learned. Many lessons are continuously being brought to us, brought to our life for us not only to survive but to thrive. So life skills for life success is not only an academic subject. It's about life. It's about how to find meaning in the kind of suffering that we are in. It's giving meaning to the kind of life that we are in. Kanina, pinakikinggan ko yung mga comment patungkol sa kung nararapat na ba magkaroon ng face-to-face. So happy that many of you are responding proactively. Okay? Marami nagsasabing hindi muna, safety of course, definitely napakahalaga ng ating kalusugan, paghahanda. So kailangan natin ay wag lang mainip. Wag mainip sa mga hamon na dala ng pandemya, dala ng Omicron, sapagkat nililinis ang ating lipunan, nililinis ang ating kamalayan, nililinis ang ating pananaw sa buhay para kapag maging normal na muli ang ating buhay, yung ating mga natutunang leksyon ay hindi basta-basta mawala. It is very important for us to appreciate the present, for us to be able to thrive and navigate the future. And for us to appreciate the future, we have first to appreciate the present, the here and now. That is the reason why we are strengthening the presence of life skills for life success in the life of St. Clare College. We know very well you have been properly introduced, properly educated on the different core values as initiated and designed by our President, Dr. Clare Adalem. You are fully aware of the vision and mission of the school, the objectives of our professional development programs. These are all not etched in mere words. They are not etched in stones, but they are etched in the heart and mind of the framers. For we believe that education in this pandemic time is being redefined, is being repurposed. In the ultimate analysis, we should never let, as Mark Twain would always say, we should never let schooling be hindered by our education. Going to school is one thing. Being educated is another thing. The most important part here is that while we are learning in the area of online platform use, is still learning. Real education is not only grounded, is not only defined or found in the four walls of the classroom. Very basic. Paano mo tratuhin ang iyong kasambahay? Paano mo tratuhin ang simpleng tao sa naglalakad sa kalsada? Paano mo baybayin o paano mo harapin ang mga problemang dumarating sa iyo? And it is not exclusive to you. Lahat tayo. Kahit na ikaw ay tutulado, kahit na ikaw ay malawak ang karanasan sa pinag-aralan, ikaw ay nakakaranas ng mga challenges sa buhay. Marami ngayon ang may sakit. Marami ngayon ang inuubo, sinisipon, lahat. Ang taas na ng ating COVID numbers. Kahapon ay 34,000 plus. Ngayon sigurado masigit pa at hihigit pa yan hanggang dumating yung tipping point. At sana ang aking panalangin, tama yung sinabi ni Father Nick Austriaco, isang Dominicanong pare, na this Omicron is the beginning of the end. So what will make us appreciate all of these negative things happening is to have a positive mindset. Because a positive mindset, ang tamang kamalayan, ang tamang pananaw sa buhay, ang magbibigay kulay sa ating buhay. Okay? So, having said that, let me start my presentation. I will give you a full-length presentation about the recalibrated life skills for life success in the life of the Clarians at St. Clare College. Life skills for life success is about, meron po akong PowerPoint. Maraming salamat Sir Adi sa paghanda ng PowerPoint. At ang sinasabi natin, 2 taon na, life skills for life success. Kauna-unahang programa na dilusad natin sa St. Clare College sapagkat naniniwala tayo ng edukasyon ay hindi lamang academic in character. In the final analysis, what you have memorized that is not lived to life is nothing, is only knowledge. But what we want to impart to each and every Clarian here with us today is the idea that education is a many splendor thing. That education is an expanded notion, is an expanded awareness of what is happening not only in the realm of the school, in the realm of the subjects being taught, but in the realm of what is happening throughout and around our society. So life skills as defined is nurturing the compassionate heart, not only the thinking mind. It's about the valuing life's foundational skills, not just academic learning. So, the key words here are nurturing the compassionate heart, yung puso, hindi lang ang kaisipan. is developing foundational, or what we say, essential or fundamental life skills, hindi lang academic skills. Sapagkat nakita natin sa panahon ng pandemya, when we allow to stretch the figments of our imagination, we have seen ordinary people, people who have not even given the chance to go to school. Sila yung mga naging matagumpay, sila yung mga inspirasyon natin sa buhay ngayon. They are the people who exhibit exuberance, people who exhibit a great degree of love for compassion, kindness, humility, giving, etc. So, the pandemic has shown us the importance of nurturing or valuing the heart essence, the artistry of the human being. Hindi lang puro logic, hindi lang puro IQ, but it's giving importance, giving value to foundational skills. Respeto, pakikibagay, pagtulong sa kapwa, na hindi mo kailangan pag-aralan sa eskwelahan, kundi isa buhay ang mga values na binigay sa atin ng ating mga ninuno, ng ating mga magulang. Gaya na sinasabi natin palagi, what you do in life is who you are. And who you are is a product of how your parents, your school, your experiences with your own life, with your friends, with your school, have molded and made you to become what you are today. Not because what other people view you, because that is reputation, but what is really you is about your character. And character is not all about grades. It's not all about memorization. Character is a compendium. It's a summary of the values that you have learned from these different sectors. Again, from your parents, from your own friends, from your own life experiences, and from your own schooling or education for that matter. So life skills is looking beyond the four walls of the classroom. Because I know of people who were not gifted the chance to go to the rigors of being schooled, but they exhibit exemplary, they exhibit wonderful values worth emulating. So we are redefining the very essence of education. So don't fault your parents, don't fault your guardians. If at some point in your life that you will have difficulty going to real school, learn by yourself, educate by yourself, go on reading, go on observing life, and I know very well, if you are keen enough, if you are observant enough, you will learn so many things. And for us to be able to do that, we have to go to what I call solitude, silence, because there is meaning in being quiet. There is meaning in silence. There is meaning when you spend your time in what we call moments of solitude. When you experience or when you display minute vacation prayers, it ennobles the very essence of your being. So life skills for life success is very part of human nature. Purpose, meaning, fulfillment. My next slide is talking about purpose. Ano ang bakit mo? Ano ang kadahilanan mo? Ano ang nagpapaligaya sa iyo? Hindi mo pwede sabihin maligaya ka kung hindi mo alam ang kahulugan ng iyong buhay. Ano ang purpose mo? Bakit ka narito? Bakit buhay pa tayo sa gitna ng nakakatakot na pandemya? So may kadahilanan kung bakit ini-extend pa, pinapalawig pa ng ating Panginoon ang ating buhay sapagkat hindi pa tapos ang ating layunin sa mundong ito. So, Three powerful words that when put to heart, not memorized, but it is put to heart, it will give a different kind of a beautiful meaning, stretching our own imagination into believing that indeed life is full of beautiful aspects. Aspects that when we glitter, kapag nakita natin ang ating kinang, hindi natin sinasarili, binibigyan din natin ng kinang ang ating mga mahal sa buhay. And kapag yan ay nangyari, then we will have a happy community, and a happy community will yield a happy society. Okay? So, we have to have an eye to discover the things that are happening in our lives. Okay? So life skills for life success is about appreciating. It's about discovering. It's having an eye to discover what is transpiring in our society. Huwag mong isipin bata ka pa. Huwag mong isipin matanda ka na. Whatever your age or status in life, life skills will always be there. Life skills for life success will always become an intrinsic part of an authentic human development. That's what I think. That's what I believe. That's what I propose. That's why to have an eye, there should be this hunger for truth. The truth to find purpose, meaning, and fulfillment in the way we do things. Making ordinary things done in extraordinary ways. So let me show you now the objectives. Bakit ba tayo merong life skills for life success sa St. Clare? We develop these different objectives. These objectives will give meaning to the life skills that I will be discussing with you in a little while. First of all, we want to develop, through life skills, we want to develop positive self-esteem. Self-esteem is the essence of your human north compass. You feel good about yourself. You feel acknowledged. You feel fulfilled because you are embracing a positive self-esteem. So that's our number one objective. Number two, life skills for life success hopes to develop our entrepreneurial way of thinking. When I say the word entrepreneurial, it does not only mean in the field of education, because the truth is that all of us will become business people. But it is important for us to develop entrepreneurial mindset. An entrepreneur is a person who looks at the negative from a positive point of view, who looks at a problem from a positive perspective, who looks at debacles from a human development perspective. So we need to develop entrepreneurial thinking because everything begins with the thought that you are entertaining in your mind. So when you wake up in the morning, the moment you start looking at positive things, mind you, your whole day will become positive. If you tune in, if you're tuning in and will finish tuning in our program today, then you will be inspired, hopefully, by ideas, inspirations that will galvanize you to action, to move your dreams into real action. Because dreaming is one thing, putting them into action is the most important thing. And when you start putting all of them, this is your developing your entrepreneurial. Your brain cells will now become anchored on positive, important things. Life skills is also developing your leadership styles. Not everyone is a frontline leader. But the fact is, bawat isa sa atin ay tinatawag na isang leader. So you develop different leadership styles like bridging leadership, like servant leadership. There are many kinds of leadership, as we all know. Not being in the front line does not mean that you are not a leader, because leadership, leading other people, begins first and foremost by leading yourself. That's what we call personal leadership. If your personal leadership styles are anchored on foundational values, then you will never go wrong in your life. You will be awakened. You will be inspired to do many good things in life because you are functioning on the higher levels of your value system. Despite whatever is happening, despite what you hear, the negative things that you hear from your friends, from your colleagues, etc., these things will not dampen the spirit that you have inside you. Okay? So life skills will inspire you into strengthening in spite of the pain, in spite of the suffering that you are going through. It will recalibrate your thinking. It will positivize your negativism. And when you are positive in more ways than one, then you will be able to see and find yourself thriving and enjoying the resiliency of life that is offering you. When your heart has a spacious level, or if you have a spacious heart, then your understanding of life becomes full. Your appreciation of life becomes meaningful. For what is the importance of having a long life? You know, recently we have seen the death of two great people. Betty White, a famous comedian in America, died at the age of 99. She would have turned 100 years old this January 17, but she died on December 31st. And the first week of January, another great human being left us, Sir Sidney Poitier, the first black American who opened the gates for the other black people to see the value. It is not the color, it is not the color of their human being, but they are simply human being. Very inspiring. So, what a contrast in deaths. Two great people leaving us with fantastic elements of wow, they have fully really lived their lives. So, another objective of life skills is to develop an attitude for health and wellness. So because of the pandemic, we become more aware of how to take good care of ourselves. We do daily exercises. We do take care. We are mindful of what we eat. We are mindful of our health and wellness. When we feel something, we automatically isolate. We wear the proverbial, the basic minimum, basic protocols, face mask, social distancing. Okay? Because as we always say, self-care is self-love. Kapag ikaw ay mahal mo ang iyong kalusugan, nangangahulugan mahal mo rin ang kalusugan ng iba, mahal mo ang well-being, hindi lang sa sarili mo, kundi ng pamilya mo at ng ibang tao. So napakahalaga. Life skills also would like to develop the value of time management. We can never bring back the hours, the minutes of yesterday. For today, we are living with the present time and moments. For tomorrow is still about to come. So, when you develop the value, binibigyan mo ng kahulugan ang time management, you're giving value to your own life. So, every moment is a precious moment. There's a wonder. There's this wonderment in every moment that we experience. Because what you experience now will stay in your brain, in your cognitive, even in your affective domain for so long a time. So how you think, it is not what you think, but it's how you think of what you're thinking that is pretty more important. Okay? So napakahalaga yung ating wellness, ang health, ang time management, at equally important, of course, is the kind of how we are effectively communicating to people. It is not what you say, but how you say it. Messaging is very important. Messaging is very important. You can have a powerful mindset, but unless you're able to communicate beyond the syntax of language, then great leaders, many great human beings are great communicators. They communicate not only using the eloquence of the written word, but they communicate with passion. They communicate with their hearts in mind, because very important, if you want to influence, if you want to inspire people, it is not the words that you say, but equally important, I say, is how you say what you say. Just like it is not what you wear, but how you wear what you are wearing. It is not how you look, but if you're happy inside out, it will readily radiate in you. The pleasantness of the person cannot be born, cannot be dictated by cosmetics alone, by near burloloys, as they say, but it will be dictated by the character that you exhibit inside you that radiates to other people. So be mindful, my dear students, my dear listeners. Be mindful of how you say things in life, because words are powerful. So powerful that it can make or break relationship. It can make or break your dreams, your visions in life. Affirmations, positive affirmations will dictate the tempo of your day. It will give essence to how you are putting to life what you have learned inside the classroom, through the online, what you hear from people, what you hear in church, etc. It will be galvanized when you are mindful of the importance of communicating, not only talking, communicating beyond the syntax of language. And of course, equally important is how you conduct yourself in public. This is what you call etiquette. Etiquette or demeanor. How you conduct yourself. How you behave yourself when things go wrong. Sabi nga sa akin ng papa ko minsan, kung gusto mo malaman ang katangian ng isang tao, panoorin mo siya sa gitna ng isang basketball game, kung paano siya mag-react sa gitna ng isang magulong laban o sports, kung paano niya kinokondak ang kanyang demeanor, kung paano siya sumigaw, kung paano siya mag-behave. Doon mo makikita ang kalaliman ng katangian ng isang tao. Okay? So, silence, peaceful, serene, these are all dictated by what is inside you. And that's all, again, the seven different aspects of life skills to develop positive self-esteem, develop entrepreneurial mindset, develop leadership styles, attitude for health and wellness, the value of time management, effective communication skills, and positive etiquette and demeanor. By the way, before I forget, before I went on live, I had a chance to talk to Madam Joy Aquino about the complexion, how life skills will be done for this semester. So we will have series of life skills presentation. What I'm doing to you now is only giving you an overall view of what life skills and life skill for life success has been calibrated because of the ongoing pandemic. So please listen carefully, because some of the things that I'm mentioning will be given during your first exams. Okay? So this will be cascaded. There will be guide questions to be given to Ma'am Joy and the principals and the coordinators, and they will be cascaded to you. And later on, your answers will be put in what we call portfolio, life skills portfolio. Iipunin nyo yan hanggang sa matapos ang ating semester, at bago matapos ang ating semester, bago tayo magkaroon ng final exams, yan po isasabit nyo. Okay? Hard copy. Hindi siya online. Hard copy, and we will celebrate your works through what we call a celebration of genius. Festival of Geniuses. Magkakaroon po tayo ng isang festival na kung saan natin ilalathala, i-display ang inyong mga gawa. So please, listen not only with your ears, but listen with your ears and heart in mind. Okay? So, ito yung mga categories. We have different categories of 5 different categories ng life skills. So what I did 2 years ago, nag-isip tayo ng mga skills na aangkop sa bawat category. So unang category natin sa life skills ay personal management. Okay? Paano mo ayusin o i-manage ang iyong sarili. Okay? You cannot manage the aspects of other people's lives unless first you can effectively and efficiently say that you are managing well your personal life. And under this, we have the following values. We have the following value or life skills or values or abilities. We have adaptability. Are you adaptable? The question is, are you adaptable? Is your mind fixated to doing things the way you want it? Given this kind of a pandemic, how adaptable have you become? Naging pasaway ka ba? O nakatulong ba yung pandemya para makita mo na no man is an island, that you can adapt to any kind of challenge that you have? Second, assertiveness. Assertiveness is not the same as aggressiveness. Assertiveness is being able to penetrate other people's, to influence them. Because you know how to fight for your right. You know what is good. And you're not afraid to keep that in yourself. But you know how to assert. Parang kanina, yung mga nadidinig natin ng mga comment regarding face-to-face learning. That's being assertive, of saying your piece, that you are not in favor of it because to you, your health and wellness is far more important than seeing your teachers face-to-face. Perhaps, if you're given a different kind of a scenario already, bumaba ng surge, bumaba ulit tayo sa alert number 1, etc., then most likely, mag-iiba ang inyong sagot. The important thing is that hindi ko ano yung sagot mo, but you know how to assert what you think is what is right and what is good, and you are able to say it. And it goes without saying that when you are adaptable, you are assertive, then you are developing, you're projecting an authentic part of yourself. Ang ibig sabihin authenticity is simply being true, being real to yourself. If you live in a world of lies, if you make your lie a part of your DNA, then chances are you will not anymore be able to discern or decipher the difference between what is truth and what is lie. Sabi nung ni Goebbels, the German propagandist, if you continue peddling lies, it will now appear to be what is the truth. So be discernful. As a responsible clarion, you know the difference between the truth and lie. Okay? Coachability, napakahalaga. Being coachable, being able, it's knowing so much, but you still have the humility to be able to be willing to learn more about life. Okay? You know so much already. And yet, every time there's an opportunity for you to learn or to be coached, to better yourself, you are very positive. You are giving a positive outlook. Okay? Kaya nga sinasabing, coachability ka pa rin. So with coachability, it goes without saying, there is this inherent drive to learn for you. That despite the pandemic, despite the online learning, there is that intrinsic drive in you to learn. And no one can ever push you to the point of you developing the drive to learn except you yourself. Ikaw mismo ang magbibigay tulak, ang magbibigay udyok para magkaroon ka ng drive to to learn. Learn many things, learn every day. Can you imagine if you will be able to learn even one significant thing a day? If you compute that, you will have learned 365 new things a day. I remember our parents would motivate us always when we were young. At least learn one new word a day and put them to practice because that will enrich your vocabulary, and knowing fully well, aware sila on the value of communicating, not only talking. It helps us appreciate the value of improving our vocabulary. So, wow, it's very, if especially if you really like to communicate, and I think based on what I see, the 21st century learner is being able to communicate himself well to the target audience. Of course, emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence can matter more than intelligence quotient. EQ can matter more than IQ. Is everything cannot be solved logically. Everything is not all about being hierarchical. What's more important is for you to know the value of your emotions. You know very well that all of us human beings are gifted with amygdala, with the emotional alchemy, etc. It is not about having emotions, but how you display emotions at any given point in your life when it is necessary. So very important for you to be able to appreciate the fullness of what emotional intelligence is all about. It is not all about talino. It's about puso. Puso. And of course, happiness and enthusiasm. Happiness and enthusiasm are inside job. It's either you have them or you don't. It cannot be injected to you like a vaccine. You can get inspired and become happy for a while because of an external motivation. But ultimately, if you're internally happy, even if you're sad, there is this sense of happiness in you because you know how to process, you know how to make value of that sadness in you. Loneliness is not all about depression. Loneliness is finding meaning to your loneliness because you can be alone in life but not exactly be lonely at the same time. Allow yourself. Loneliness gives you the chance to look deeper into your being. Okay, it's an episode that will prepare you to a better ending. Okay, ethics, knowing the value of what is right and what is wrong. Very basic, ethical aspect. You know na masama yan, hindi mo na gagawin. Pero pag ginawa mo, okay lang yan. It becomes a mistake. Remember, mistakes are the things that we do. They do not define who you are. Mistakes are what people do because of our human tendency to meet failures. But it will not define. But if you're aware of the mistakes that you often do, then later on you will refine them and you will go to the higher level and not commit mistakes anymore. Being friendly is another life skill under the personal management. Friendliness, no man is an island. In sociology, they say only two things: the need to be loved and the ability to love. And that will give you the aspect of grit or diskarte. Marami tao ngayon, alam natin yan, dumiskarte sa gitna ng pandemya. Sa pagdiskarte niya, nakita natin, ng lubak na ito ay hindi sakuna. Ang lubak na ito ay patungo sa isang magandang paroroonan. Sabi nila, hindi mahalaga yung destinasyon. Ang mahalaga yung journey. Yung journey, maraming lubak, maraming roadblocks. But any beautiful destination is full of roadblocks. Remember that. The more roadblocks, the more beautiful the destination will have meaning in yourself. When you talk about meaning, goes to the next value, your purpose in life. We always go back. Every morning when I wake up in the morning, after doing my morning prayer, after doing my positive affirmation, I go back to the purpose. Why did God wake me up? He woke me up this morning because I have a session with you. And I'm so excited because I'm facing you in big numbers, not necessarily mindful of wellness, mindful of health, hindi natin kailangan ng face-to-face. So that excitement gave me the impetus, the exuberance, the spirit to embrace my Friday, January 14 with full gusto because, wow, I will see again my dear friends. I will be able to communicate to you again what the Lord has been giving me. The messages that I have been learning the past few weeks because of this search. So always anchor your daily being, anchor them on your purpose in life. And of course, learning styles is valuing different ways of learning. Some of you are listening to me now, probably snacking. Some of you are writing at the same time. Some of you are focused. You cannot have one learning styles to fit everyone. Each learning is different according to individual learning styles. And we have different learning styles according to researchers. Okay? And then valuing your multiple intelligences. We know very well that intelligence is not only for those who are good in math or those good in language. Intelligence is at least anchored according to Howard Gardner of Harvard University into 9 different aspects. We have 9. Some people are gifted in the world of sports. Some people are gifted in the world of arts. Some are good in social interactions. Some people are quiet, but they are deep thinkers. Some people value environment, the green. So different abilities for different folks. Then risk-taking. At the end of the day, kung hindi ka tataya sa buhay, hindi ka mananalo. Or hindi ka matatalo. Remember, hindi lahat ng panalo ay panalo. Ilang panalo sa buhay ay dala ng ating pagkatalo. Ang mahalaga, risk-taker ka. Okay? Kailangan tataya ka. Don't be afraid. Don't allow that fear to envelope you because it will not happen to you. Okay. So, napakahalaga. Yan, decline. Okay, and finally, sense of humor. Okay? Don't be too serious about life. Enjoy life to the fullest. Tawanan mo ang problema. Tawanan hindi para siya ay kalimutan, siya ay talikdan, kundi always look at the brighter side. Okay? Kaya nga humaba ang buhay ni Betty White. Imagine, 99 years old. And she said when she was 98, I never thought that I'm 98 years old. I feel so young. And that the feeling of youthfulness has vibrated inside her system, her brain cells, her DNA, her internal organs were reinvigorated to make them feel so young. So if you want to grow old, have that sense of humor, be part of your being. Okay? There's a time for seriousness, real seriousness, but find humor in every serious aspect of our human being. So, these are the values or life skills found under the first category, personal management. We move now to the next category. Okay? The next category is, wait, does it move? Okay? Puck. Okay? Okay, let me ask Madam Joy to help me with my PowerPoint. It won't. Yes. Wow, magic. Thank you very much, Madam Joy. Okay, the next aspect is from personal management. Okay, how you manage yourself, how you manage the affairs of your everyday living. Then you go now and become a purposeful communicator. Again, not only communicator, but a purposeful communicator. When you communicate, even with less words, they are meaningful words. Purposeful is meaningful. Purposeful is purposive. That you don't communicate, because if you're just talking, it is not exactly communicating. Communicating is a deep element of inviting awareness, of inspiring people to believe in what you're believing, is to inspire them to become the better versions of themselves. And you can only do that if you are a purposeful communicator. And these are not only words. Number one in this category is body language. 80% of communication is body language. Wala ka pang sinasabi, pero sa galaw na iyong katawan, nakikita mo na kung ikaw ay masaya, ikaw ay excited, ikaw ay malungkot, ikaw ay may iniisip, through body language alone. Clarity in message, brevity, briefness, concise message. Hindi kailangan mahaba ang iyong mensahe. It's the clarity of what you're saying. Kaya kita mo ngayon, maraming mga politiko ang mga umaangkla sa kahalagahan ng anong mensahe mo sa sambayan ng Pilipino. Bakit ikaw ang pipiliin ko, hindi yung isang kandidato? Anong mensahe mo na nakapukaw ng aking kamalayan, na nakapukaw sa aking pag-iisip? Ito ang aking taong iboboto. The clarity, maliwanag. At sinasabi ko nga, hindi kailangan mahaba. Less is even more in messaging. Constructive criticism. Napansin ko sa ating lipunan, napakadaling magpuna. Pero ano naman ang solusyon mo sa pinupuna mo? Madali mag-criticize, madali mag-feedback, madali mang-yurak. Pero a real person, a purposeful communicator knows the essence of giving constructive criticism. Because when you criticize, have in mind that you want to educate the person, that you're educating the person to appreciate a different perspective. And you can never do that if you are destructive in criticism. You have to be constructive. Always find something good. Okay? Bago mo criticize, find something good. And many of us are faulted here because we always want to amplify the negative. Why not amplify first the positive? Because it will improve the self-esteem of the person you are criticizing. And I tell you, it will have more meaningful effect than that. Facilitating skills. When you're a purposeful communicator, just like what we're doing now, I'm trying to apply facilitating skills that will allow you to appreciate the beauty of life skills for life success even after this session. I want you to think in mind, in heart, in full action. Life skills is not only something to be memorized, but it's something that you live as part of your everyday living, because life skills will truly make your life more successful. Mind you, believe me. But you have to develop that facilitating skill on how to say things in the right way, in a concise way. Just like how our teacher DJs are doing it. Every time I listen to Teacher Trami and Teacher Adi, wow, they're very fast talkers. But despite their being fast-talking people, you know that you can easily appreciate because they mix their words with the way they look, the way they project, the way they deliver. Again, goes back to the basic element of communication. It is not what you know, but how you say what you know. It is not even what you say, but how you say it that will really matter later on. Another aspect of purposeful communication is viewing. Viewing is different from seeing. Seeing is simply seeing. You see, but you're not able to view, or you're not able to look inside. Look beyond. That's viewing. When you view, you look at beyond the aesthetics of a beautiful person in front of you, of a beautiful facade in front of you, of a beautiful house that is in front of you. You're viewing the many elements of life in that particular aesthetic aspect in front of you. Binibigyan mo ng kahulugan, binibigyan mo ng lalim ang iyong nakikita. Hindi siya physical lamang. Okay? Para sa ganun, maging purposeful ang iyong analysis. View. Sabi nga nila, buti pa yung marami mga bulag, hindi nakakakita, pero nakakadama. Maraming mga bingi ang hindi nakakarinig, pero malalim ang pangunawa. So, viewing is deeper than just looking. And then, of course, equally important, listening. Listening not only for the purpose of replying, but listening, real listening, is when you listen with your heart in mind. When you listen, you don't listen only to the words being said, but you listen to the nuances behind the words being said. Okay? Especially kung may kausap ka na gusto kang punain, iikot yan. Maraming kasabihin yan. Try to decipher. Try to, as they say, read between the lines para masigit mo maunawaan ang sinasabi. Persuasion is very important. When you're able to persuade someone to believe in what you're believing, then that's success. That is purposeful communication. When you persuade, you don't only persuade using a monotonous voice, but you persuade in a holistic manner. The manner you say it, the words that you choose, the body language, the aura that you project will all equal to a meaningful and successful persuasion. If you want to persuade people to believe to the higher cause of a particular thinking, then you have to be powerfully delivering in persuasive manners. Persuasive is use of emotions, the tone, the voice, the nuance. I have a dream that one day my children will be judged not by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. When easily said, it will only appear that way. Simply persuasion. Okay? So, persuasion goes with public speaking. We will be doing public speaking at some points in our lives. Whether you like it or not, whether you're shy or you're not, public speaking will be part of this century. The generation of people being able to say what they want, to let other people express their feelings towards something. And that is public speaking. Again, public speaking is not the use of grandiose words, but simple words said in meaningful and persuasive fashion. And all of these are enveloped in what we call presentation styles. Different folks for different folks. So, presentation style will depend on your own appreciation of the subject. If you know your subject very well, then you can make use of different presentation styles. Make it conversational. Make it as if you're talking to the person. Don't make it appear that it's memorized, that it is being said in a very robotic fashion. That's not powerful. We want you to become powerful communicators by allowing presentation styles, gesturing, properly moving your bodies when you want to emphasize something. So, personal management, second, purposeful communication. We now move on to the third category, which is gainful productivity. So, bakit mahalaga yan? So, balikan natin. Kapag alam mo nang i-manage in a very effective and efficient way ang iyong personal affairs, and you're able to communicate in a purposeful manner, then you're guaranteed to have gainful productivity. Again, it's not only being productive, because as we know, being productive doesn't mean that you are productive itself. You're just productive. Okay? But gainful productivity will yield positive and meaningful results. Okay? So to do that, number one, you have to be able to become attentive to details. Okay? This is where you are now deepen your appreciation of yourself. Okay? Some people ayaw ng detalye. They want to see the forest, not the trees. But real life will tell you have to account everything. 5, 10, 20, etc. to appreciate the whole picture. And by that, we mean being attentive to details. When you're given an assignment, okay, if I'm your teacher, I'm going to check your assignment. I will look at how you're attentive to the details. It is not giving the platitudes, the generalizations. Attentive to details is equally important than just presenting the whole. Crisis management. So you are now able to withstand the rigors of life. Crisis is part of growing up. Crisis is part of being successful in life. When you're able to manage any crisis that comes into your life, a death of a loved one, okay, the departure of a loved one, the separation, etc. If you're able to manage this crisis, then you have developed a better you, a better self, a better purposive communicator in you. Then kapag ikaw ay magaling na mag-manage ng crisis, wag mong takasan. Harapin mo ng buong puso anumang pagsubok ang dumarating sa iyo. Mahirap, yes, pero mahalaga, yakapin mo. Siya'y kabahagi ng iyong pag-unlad bilang isang tao. And that will make you to the next competitive. Competitive, not simply to compete, but competitive because you know very well that your intelligence is not a monopoly of you, that other people are equally intelligent, that other people are equally innovative, so you now find yourself in the battlefield of many people competing with each other. But when you compete, situate that the other people, the other person you're competing with also wins. Hindi lang dapat ikaw ang panalo. Kailangan bigyan mo rin siya ng semblance sa siya, natalo man siya, you still feel good dahil binigyan mo siya ng responsableng competition. Okay? Remember that. Win-win is ideal. Win-lose is so-so. What I hate, lose. So kailangan win-win ang ating pananaw. Working with others, whether you like it or not, you will find yourself working with others. No man is an island. And when you work with others, you will realize that each one of you has his or her own style of doing things. There are many ways of scaling the cat. When you're able to work with others effectively, efficiently, then I tell you, you are going to be gainfully productive. Develop effective decision making. Many people are not deciding, not because they don't want to decide, because they allow themselves to be enveloped by that fear. They fear that their decision will not be well or not be okay. That's okay. I'd rather that you make a decision and you fail than not making a decision at all. That means you're a fence sitter alone. Nakamasid ka lang. Kailangan isusugal mo. But when you decide and the decision does not sit well with you, learn what aspect of the decision that did not make it well for you or make it well for the others. There's always a reason why things won't work. If everything has a reason, there's a reason why decision making is a very tricky thing. Okay? That's why if you notice even in our midst, every day iba-iba ang mga science findings na lumalabas, kaya iba rin ang lumalabas ng mga alituntunin ng DOH, ng DOTR, etc. Because you have to be innovative, you have to be dynamic in the midst of all these scientific findings brought about by the surge of Omicron, etc. The art and science of goal setting. Okay? If you know where you're going, you're gonna get there because of your artistic and scientific way of doing things. Madaling mangarap, pero ang mahalaga ay kung paano ka paano mo bigyan ng buhay ang iyong mga pangarap. Di ba? Ito nakaraang linggo, marami sa atin ang gumawa na naman ng ating mga sinatawag na resolution. The question is, of the many resolutions you wrote at the start of the school year, how many of you are following up? How many of you have lost steam? How many of you have embraced the idea of procrastination? Manyana habit, bukas na lang. No, madaling gumawa ng plano. Okay, maganda may plano ka. Pero kailangan, kung palagay mo yung planong mo ay napakahalaga sa sarili mo, umulan bumagyo, uminit man o hindi, susundan mo ang iyong mga plano sa buhay. Okay? Research skill is similar to attention to details. Kailangan mong suriin. Kung meron kang plano, go deep into it. Mag-research ka. Ano sa palagay mo ang nararapat ngayon? Kaya kanina sa question ni Teacher Adi, ano sa panahon nyo? Panahon na ba ang ating face-to-face based on what is being talked about sa news regarding this limited face-to-face? So magre-research ka, alamin mo ang pulso ng iyong gustong tulungan o ang mga taong gustong iyong salvation. That's what you call research skill. And of course, similar to crisis management, stress management. By the way, hindi lahat ng stress ay masama. Okay? Meron mga taong last minute, gumagaling, nagiging innovative, nagiging creative kapag malapit na ang deadline. Okay? Di ba? Very typical yan. Binigyan ka ng assignment, binigyan ka ng 1 month, hindi mo nagagawin yan. Dumating ang 3 weeks, hindi pa. Second week, hindi pa. Pero pag last week na, dun, biglang sisigla ang iyong adrenaline at bigla kang magiging stress conscious. Okay? So, stress management is very important. You need stress to fire up the inside belly. You need stress to bring out the adrenaline in you. Then, of course, time management and equally important, work-life balance. Hindi lahat ay pag-aaral. Nag-enjoy tayo. Nag-aaral ka, nag-i-enjoy ka, tatrabaho ka, nag-i-enjoy ka, because at the end of the day, ang mahalaga, you're fulfilled. And it's manifested in how you look, how you talk, how you behave. The overall well-being will be reflected in the way you manage work-life. Work-life balance is very important. We now move on to the fourth category. Tapusin na natin to, Sir Adi. Okay? Tapusin na natin ang ating full-length presentation para next time we go back. Remember, this is part of a whole. So what I'm presenting to you now, my dear friends, is part of an overall objective. By the end of the semester, each one of you will be asked to submit a portfolio. Okay? After this presentation, I'm going to give guide questions to your coordinators, and they will be cascaded to your teachers, and you will put them, you will not submit them first, but you will put them in what we call a folder called portfolio. And all of this will be submitted before the end of the school, before the end of the semester, and we will be having a festival of geniuses wherein your works will be displayed by the time, hopefully, God willing, face-to-face na ang ating pagtitipon. Okay? So we move now to the fourth category, mindful perception. Okay? Mindful perception is our way of appreciating or trusting what we call our gut feel. Yung ating gut. Okay, guts. Ano ba yung guts? Yung ating kutob. Okay? Kutob ko parang mananalo ko. Kutob ko parang ito. Ito ang tama. Okay? Many of us are simply dispelling that. No, do not dispel because kutob is in this part of the brain, sa ating limbic system, sa likodan. Okay? Subconscious. It is the silent murmurings. It is the silent whispering that when you develop that kind of silent appreciation of what it is telling you, it can be a powerful way. Okay? Kutob ko, ito ang aking magiging taon. Okay? Kutob lang yun. Pero kung hindi ka magtatrabaho, hindi mo makakamtan yun. So kailangan, after the gut feel, kailangan mo pa rin ng aksyon. So these are some of the life skills relating to mindful perception. Mindful means mapanuri, mapanuring pananaw, mga pananaw. Perception is pananaw. So, kapag mapanuri ang iyong pananaw, mas lalalim ang iyong intelligence. Our great scientists, Albert Einstein, Stephen Hawking, Leonardo da Vinci, they are not only logical people, they are human beings who trusted the inner murmurings of their beings. Artistic pursuits. During this time, yung mga hindi nag-aakalang magiging hit ang kanilang TikTok, ngayon, namamayagpag. Artistic pursuit is venturing into something that is unknown to you. But when you pursue it, you will realize, may talent pala akong kumanta, may talento pala akong mag-drawing, may talento pala akong mag-TikTok. At yung iba, kumikita na malaki dahil sa ganyang artistic pursuit. Creativity is part of any artistic pursuit. Creativity is doing in another way what is usually done. Okay? So one best example that I would always ask people is kung paano ka pumirma. Kunyari, you're always using your right hand. Okay? Pumirma ka. Ilan ang napirma mo? Using your dominant hand. And then use the other hand. Depende yan kung gaano karami ang iyong napirma. So being creative is finding kookiness or wackiness in the way you do things. Okay? Then, opposite of creativity is critical thinking. Magiging critical sa iyong pag-iisip. Deep thinking, as I said, as I will always get. Deep meditation, deep look, deep dive is part of critical thinking. And I tell you, when you develop these three, artistic pursuit, creativity, critical thinking, then it will blossom the empathy in you. Empathy is finding meaning to the sorrow of other people. Empathy is not only expressing sympathy, but it is putting your shoes in the lives of the people that are suffering. Intuitive perception is trusting that aha feeling. You're taking a shower, suddenly there's an aha feeling. Wow! Parang, do not just dispel it. Na nag-inip ka kagabi, kadalasan nakakalimutan, pero kapag siya naalala mo, na panag-inipan ko, may kahulugan yan. May nakita kang tao, after a long while, hindi po siya nakita. Ano kaya ang mensahe, bakit mo nakita yan? Nagkaroon tayo ng pagkakataon na magkaroon ng talakayan. Ano kaya ang kadahilanan, bakit ngayon buhay pa rin at mahalaga ang life skills for life success? Bakit mahalaga pa rin ang online education sa ating paksa ngayon? So, intuitive perception. Sinasabi natin na anuman na nangyayari sa ating kapaligiran, sa ating buhay, ay may kadahilanan. Ang mahalaga ay malaman mo, masipat mo ang kadahilanan ng mga bagay na nangyayari. Lateral thinking is the same as critical thinking. Kapag ikaw, yun mo lang po ako. Lateral thinking is being able to connect the many thoughts that are coming your way. You're able to connect the dots. What happened last Monday that is connected to Friday? What happened last Tuesday that may have a bearing next week? What is happening today that may happen? Why all of a sudden, life skills, life success, meron na tayo ngayon community development and engagement. So these are all part of lateral thinking. Problem solving is intrinsic. If you are able to develop all these mindful perception life skills, I tell you, you will become strategic in thinking. You may plan now, okay? You may have planned something good for this year, but because of the situation, don't ever get or discard that plan. It will still happen, especially if there's goodness in that. Be strategic in thinking, okay? You can delay, but pursue what you're thinking. Like, I have other plans in my life. They are just lying dormant. They are not lying dormant, meaning lying nothing. They are just there waiting for them to be awakened when the best time is already possible. So you develop strategic thinking. Life skills, when I initially conceptualized, is different now. It has gone breadth and depth because of the ongoing situation. And it's not only going to be promoted in the Philippines but throughout the world, through our one shared world. That's how you get excited about life. You have to think of things that are larger than you. You have to value things that are bigger than you, and that will give meaning and purpose, elixir, energy in your life. And of course, technology savviness. It's not only being aware, but being able to become technology savvy. You're aware of how to operate, manipulate technology to your advantage. Can you imagine the kind of hardship many people have experienced during the first time of the getting into Zoom? Okay, so unless you will learn it, unless it becomes part of your daily activity, that I will learn it, I will find time for it. It may be difficult, it may take some time, but I need to learn it because it will help enhance my kind of work. Okay? So mindful perception, tapos na tayo sa personal management, purposeful communication, gainful productivity, mindful perception, and finally, we go to social interaction. The importance of being able to mingle with other people. Not only mingling with other people, but mingling with sense, mingling with purpose, and interacting with meaning. Number one we have to develop is our charisma. Yun dating, yung X factor. Each one of us, marami akong kilala mga taong napakaganda, napakagwapo, pero hilaw ang charisma. So ang charisma ay hindi kailangan ikaw ay gwapo, ikaw ay maganda, ikaw ay maganda ang damit. Kung paano mo dalhin ang iyong sarili. It's an X factor na sinasabi. Charisma is the oozing factor in you that will make people notice you. How can you interact meaningfully if your charisma is lacking? So with charisma, you're able to collaborate now. You're able not only to compete, but to collaborate, because in collaboration, you produce synergy. You collaborate with your own self, you collaborate with your parents, you collaborate with your friends, so you expand your learning. If you will find time, and I know of some students who are tagging along their parents as they listen to our broadcast. Collaborating, two-person teaching is more powerful than just teaching alone. When you teach, when you share what you learn, then more are gained. Conflict management. Conflict will be part and parcel of everyday living, of everyday relationship. But if you're able to manage conflict in a way that it will give you a satisfying win-win feeling for all, then I tell you, it's gonna be great, it's gonna be good. So conflict management is very important. If you're very good in conflict management, then you can work in the world of diplomacy. You are going to be a par excellent diplomat. You're able to bridge the gap between those warring factions. Diplomacy is the key to better understanding and forging a better world for our common humanity. Of course, it will go with etiquette, valuing different culture, valuing different styles and successes, valuing different demeanors. That's what you call behaving properly in public. That's what you call etiquette. Etiquette na halaga kung paano mo dalhin ang iyong sarili. Chivalry should never die. Kailangan pa rin binubuksan mo ang pintuan, kailangan pa rin nalalaya mong matatanda, kailangan pa rin gamitin ng po-opo ang paggalang sa ating sarili. Leadership is something personal. You cannot lead other people unless first you're able to lead yourself. Personal leadership first, self-leadership before leading other people. Mentoring is very important. Sharing what you know. Valuing the importance of giving, having that giving attitude, not only an attitude for gratitude, but an attitude for giving. Because as you give, you expand the fullness of your heart. You expand the fullness of your humanity, of being a humane person. Networking, very important. You're able to network with different folks. Later on, we will be bringing life skills for life success sa ating community because meron na po tayo tinatawag na Community Development and Engagement Office under Attorney Joy. So we will be giving, sharing our touch of life skills to our community. And negotiations is very important. You will always negotiate. Negotiation doesn't mean that you're always winning. There's always, remember this, as we would always say, there is winning in losing, there is pain in gain. But when you negotiate with your heart in mind, thinking of the benefit of the other people that you're negotiating with, then that will give you a win-win attitude. And the win-win attitude is always positive. It's always blending with what human nature is all about. And of course, team building. Rome wasn't built alone. Okay? The bridges that we are seeing now wasn't built by one man alone. Build is the product of one administration. It has been there lying for so many years, only realized during succeeding administrations. So very, very important for us to appreciate the value of all these things. So my dear friends, with that, we have given you the different kinds. So this is my last slide. So in the final analysis, this is the dream of dreams. We want to use life skills for life success to lead, teach, and learn beyond the curriculum. I said earlier that learning is not all academic in character, not academic in nature. You can learn. You can be schooled in the best school, but not exactly come out as an educated or a learned person. With life skills for life success at St. Clare College, we want to develop in you. We want to educate you for humanity. That's why we have partnership with One Shared World. That's why we are attuned with what is happening around the society. St. Clare is not living in an isolated republic. It is open to collaboration with other schools. Life skills is to educate by honoring individual learning diversity. We value that if we have 8,000 students, we have 8,000 students with different learning differences that are learning differently because we have individual learning diversities. We educate on the vital role of experience. What we teach you are not only found in the books, but are etched in the essence of the books that you read. In the Wikipedia that you browse, in the Google information, and then we equate it with the vital role of experience. In other words, it's not bookish in character. Life skills aims to educate for holistic education, not only the brain, not only the mind, but so with the heart and so with an inspired action, cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. It's anchored on educating, on the purpose of education, educating for character, not only educating to memorize facts. Educating for access and equity. We have Unifast, which will be thoroughly discussed tomorrow, so you are required to attend. Unifast voucher, helping our students experience education using government funds to educate for participatory democracy, the freedom of expression, the freedom of expressing one's belief, valuing. We may differ in thoughts, we may differ in beliefs, what's more important, we value participatory democracy. And of course, very important, educate for earth literacy. We only want earth to live. We have to value this earth, climate change, environmental nuances, very important in how we want to factor in life skills. And of course, last but not the least, we educate for spirituality. Maging sino ka man, Kristiyano, Muslim, Katoliko, ikaw ay may paniniwalaan. Napakahalagang iangkla ang ating mga ginagawa sa mga aspetong espiritual sa buhay. Aanin mo ang yaman kung hindi ka naman maligaya. Aanin mo malaking bahay na hindi naman tahanan. Aanin mo masarap na mahaling higaan na hindi masarap na tulog. So these are the things, these are the overarching principles that guide life skills. We lead, we teach, and we learn beyond the curriculum. There are blooming possibilities available in us in our life. There are many things that allow us to envelop ourselves in the beauty of life. When we are selflessly conscious that things are evolving in life, then I tell you, so many possibilities will exist in our lives. When we exhibit that maximum faithfulness in whatever we do, then it will ripple in the lives of other people. It will give meaning to what we're doing. When we take the ocean of life, when we take a view of the ocean of life in its varying forms and substances, then we will see one earth beautifully manifested, not only in our sights, but also in our hearts. When human compulsion will urge us to live not only for ourselves, but also for the life of others, then we have done our share in this beautiful, beautiful earthly living called life itself. When our ageless inner engine is fueled to action, then no amount of words, no amount of cajoling will inspire us, because that is engine firing within the belly of ourselves, which is fundamentally fluid, at the same time fundamentally solid, giving meaning to whatever things that we do. I have shared with you life skills for life success, not with exuberant irreverence, but in fact, reverence for life, reverence for the purpose of education, reverence for the meaning of learning itself. A collective understanding of all these things will allow us to galvanize and come to the foundational aspects of human life. The elemental truth that education is the great equalizer is not only memorized, but it's something that is moving the spirit of our one common humanity, one common Clarion community. A lovely testament to anchoring our values, to anchoring our life skills on values anchored on our vision, mission, core values, and fundamental essence of our professional development. There is a transcendent display of our desire to educate you, not only in the realm of academics, but in the realm of human life itself, in the realm of life skills for life success. A passionate curiosity will now expand our notion that intelligence indeed is a many-splendid thing. And when we are tirelessly venerable, when we are displaying a tireless momentum, then all of these things will come to fruition, will come to life. A powerful dose of courage from each and every one of you, when enveloped into one, will become a collective courage to face the nuances, the challenges of our times. An awe-striking defense. An awe-striking defense will make us defenseless in the midst of a dispensable creation, dispensable environment in our society. So the grandest question is, why am I living? What is my purpose in life? Always have that grandest question in our mind, and that will fuel the meaning of our success in life. And in the realm of knowledge, we now see the value of knowledge, or intelligence translating into knowledge, and knowledge translating into wisdom. And that's the creative purpose of each and every one here listening to this session today. Our session will come and pass. Sooner or later, it will become only a part of your historical past. But the poetic missions of the words used will now infiltrate the very essence of your being. So we create an alchemic concoction, a concoction of different ways on how to skin a cat, a concoction of savoring the different flavorings of life using different aspects of life skills for life success. And we are making this possible because we have minds brimming. Our minds are brimming with vibrancy that allows us to go deeper to the deepest chambers of our own being, our essence of life. Okay, that is the importance of life. There's always work in wonderment. And I'd like to thank our dynamic online education team for finding meaning, the wonderment of online education. Ma'am Joy Naturales, Sir Trami Ortega, Teacher Aldi, they always express this wonder of learning, the wonder of musings. There's a large-hearted embrace of putting to life what may seem to be boring, but finding meaning in things that may appear boring in life. And that is the beauty of learning, the powerful and profound meaning of learning that goes beyond a face-to-face. Even in online learning, we can have masterful work of insights, of ideas flowing, fundamentally saying that indeed there is beauty in life. There's beauty in our suffering because at the end of the day, we are finding light at the end of the tunnel. It's incredibly magnetic to feel the essence of that magnetism in our life. It is an enriching experience engulfing the very fibers of our being, of our brain cells. An extraordinary alchemy, like an orchestra fielding the words, fielding our musical tones beyond the words being said or the lyrics being fashioned. A dazzling array of life skills for life success, a shimmering delight that gives meaning, always giving meaning to our human being, not only because we are human doings, but equally important because we are human beings by heart. A soulfully aggravated. My dear friends, so many mouthful of beautiful adjectives to put to life what we have experienced today, what I've experienced even talking to you non-stop for the past hour or so. But the timelessness, the timeliness, it's not bounded by time alone, but it's bounded by the timeliness of our essence of sharing. It's a trailblazing experience, invaluable force to see the essence of life, the force of gravity, the force of magnetizing the complexities of life, which is very important. So my dear friends, mga giliw na sumubaybay sa ating life skills for life success, taos-pusong pasasalamat at naway maging patuloy ang ating pagmamahal sa ating edukasyon, sa ating pamilya, sa ating sitwasyon, sapagkat saan ba paparoon lahat yan, kundi sa isang magandang kinabukasan. Naniniwala kami sa St. Clare administration, faculty, teachers, that this is a moment of a lifetime. Happy that we're still alive to embrace the challenges brought about by this pandemic. Happy to note that despite the numbers, we are the chosen few to still alive. We celebrate the effort in a world, in a sea of change. Definitely, all will be well. And don't forget to pray, because no matter what, God is giving us a lesson, and that lesson should not be altered in the thinking that we can hack it all. Science may prove us right, but eventually, the Lord will make that right meaningful to each and every one. So to all of you, maraming salamat po sa pagkakataong ito. See you again for our next episode of Life Skills for Life Success in the coming weeks to come. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you. Enjoy your lunch.
COVID-19 has never mastered our plans, our path towards success of quality education in St. Clare.
The COVID-19 pandemic that brought about havoc and disasters.
Move on, move up, scale up, stir up. And stirring up will become more meaningful if you accompany it.
There has been challenges and issues in teaching and learning continuity of education in the Philippines as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. During school lockdowns, the students, teachers, administrators and other stakeholders have made huge adjustments in teaching and learning designs, guided by the policies implemented by the institution, as well as the Department of Education and Commission on Higher Education. Most of the students had difficulty complying with the learning activities and requirements due to limited or no internet connectivity, home setup, technological issues and other school-related problems. Apparently, the stakeholders ensures that teaching and learning continuity. Schools have migrates to flexible teaching and learning modality that recalibrated the curriculum, capacitate the faculty, upgraded the infrastructure, implemented a strategic plan, and assessed all aspects of the plan. Evidently, St. Clare College triumphantly emerged towards education for all in welcoming the new semester and new year 2022. Technology at St. Clare College provided innovative and resilient solutions in times of crisis that combats disruption and helps the school community to communicate and even work virtually without the need for face-to-face interaction. This may be true that we are already longing with various face-to-face activities, however our patience should be extended even more. This leads to many system changes at St. Clare College, as we adopt new technology for teaching and learning.
Hello Philippines, hello world. We just finished celebrating one shared word in St. Clare College. We started and ended working, learning, and culminating a lot of relevant activities.
Many people become worried, anxious, depressed, nervous, fearful, stressed, burned out.
Skills that we need for everyday life, no? Matuto makipagkapwa, matuto makipag-communicate.
How do we cope with the pandemic situation when cases of COVID-19 are going up?
Panawan ka ng ulirat, halos manghina ang iyong kalooban. Halos, sabi nga kanina, may nababaliw na daw.
In his point of view, that students must interact with their environment in order to adapt and learn.
So, napakaganda na tayo as parents, magsisimula sa atin yung pagiging mentally healthy. Kasi pag hindi tayo mentally healthy, pwedeng yun yung ipapasa natin sa ating mga anak, no? Hindi rin sila magiging mental.
The student has completed his or her grade 10 or from the PAYAC National Secretariat. And lastly, the category D or those grade 10 completers from non-ESC private junior high school.
Last year, the online learning of St. Clare College became very successful. We went on a very successful and smoothly online education because St. Clare College is equipped with all the necessities required and needed to make the St.
However, technological challenges like internet connectivity, especially for places without signals, served as the greatest obstacle in teaching and learning continuity, especially for students. But St. Clare College have opted for online learning as a teaching modality prevailed. Thus, the alternative models of learning during the pandemic were supported by a well-designed technical and logistical implementation plans. Furthermore, the school accepted the need to mitigate The immediate impact of school closures on the continuity of learning, among learners from their perspectives is an important consideration. Moreover, the school's perspectives are equally as important as the learners, since they are the ones providing and sustaining the learning process. St. Clare College effectively approached these current challenges to facilitate learning among learners, learner differentiation, and learner-centeredness, and be ready to assume the role of education agents on the remote learning platforms. Today, as we welcome new semester in the year 2022, the education is indeed on its continuum. No student were left behind. St. Clare College rise to the occasion. We continue to provide quality, affordable, accessible and sustainable development education.
From the bottom of our hearts, maraming salamat po sa nag-iisang man of wisdom, the Dean of Life Skills Program of St. Clare College, Dean Henry S. Tinedero. Talaga naman pong kulang ang 2 oras at dami ng kaalamang ibinibigay sa atin ng nag-iisang Dean Henry Tinedero, no? At for sure, no, punong-puno na ang dictionary at notebook ng ating mga Clarians sa dami ng magagandang adjective at meaningful words na ibinigay sa atin ngayon ni Dean Henry. Sa akin, kanina habang nakikinig ako, favorite ko yung grit, no, yung passion and perseverance over obstacles, or kahit marami daw tayo pinagdadaanan, nandiyan pa rin yung tiyaga natin at passion. Parang ang St. Clare College, no, kahit medyo challenging talaga ang panahon ng pandemic, ay patuloy pa rin tayo sa ating passion in teaching and providing quality education sa ating mga estudyante. Ayan. Speaking of greet, I would like to greet. Greet naman to na G-R-E-E-T. Yung greet kanina, G-R-I-T. Ayan. I would like to greet naman and also read some of the comments of our Clarians. So, sabi dito kanina, nabasa ko ni Attorney Petronilio Alarcon, what a meaningful discussion. Dean Henry, congratulations. Sabi naman ni Ellen Restar, thank you po, Dean Tenedero, for very inspiring message. Sabi naman ni Jessel Matan, thank you sir, or thank you Dean, for sharing the knowledge. Ayan. Ang dami nagte-thank you, no? Sabi rin ni Abigail Abansado, thank you po, Dean Henry. Aiza Arellano, basahin natin. Sabi naman ni Gladys K. Tan, thank you Dean Henry, life skills are truly amazing and definitely a great help to us. Maraming salamat and God bless po. Salamat din sa napakagandang comment mo, Gladys. Kasama rin natin again si Divina Moste. Thank you po, Dean Henry Tenedero. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Ayan. Sabi naman dito ni, idinukto ni Jessel Matano, life skills for life success is about appreciating and discovering. Thank you, Dean Henry. Okay. Ayan, napakaganda at napakarami namang pa-thank you ng ating mga Clarians. Sino ba naman hindi magta-thank you? No? Ma-share ko lang saglit. Parang 3 years ago ata nung nakilala ko si Dean sa isang prestigious school kung saan siya ay isang speaker, di ba? Talagang sought after speaker talaga siya, no? Medyo mahal ang talent fee, biro lang po, Dean. Pero dito sa St. Clare College, libreng-libre po na napapanood ng ating mga Clarians ang mahal nating Dean Henry Tenedero dahil yan sa kanyang kagustuhan at passion na maibahagi ano nga ba ang importansya o ang halaga ng life skills para sa ating lahat. At yan ay exclusive para sa ating mga mahal na Clarians. Kaya naman, kung nakinig kayo sa napakagandang discussion ngayon ni Dean Henry Tenedero, ay magtatanong na ako ng ating question for the day. At kung alam niyo ang sagot, i-text na yan sa 0945-682-9937. At ang question ko ngayon ay, Kanina, i-discuss ng ating Dean Henry Tinedero ang Life Skills for Life Success at St. Clair College, kung saan ay in-enumerate niya or nabanggit niya ang 5 categories ng life skills. So, ang tanong ni Sir Adi, ibigay ang 5, no? Dapat kumpleto ang 5 categories na ito na bumubuo or 5 categories na bumubuo sa Life Skills Program ng St. Clair College. Again, discussed by Dean Henry Tenedero. 5 yan Kaya kung alam niyo ang tamang sagot, i-text sa 0945-682-9937 kung saan mamimili tayo ng 2, not just 1 but 2 winners of 200 worth of GCash, no? Pwede yan, since mag-opening na tayo ng regular classes on Monday, January 17. So, maagang regalo yan, pwedeng pan-load na yan para sa mga walang wifi sa bahay. Ayan. Habang hinihintay natin ang tamang sagot, kanina ay nagbigay tayo ng good morning class poll question of the day. Kung saan itinanong natin, handa na nga ba ang Clarians para sa face-to-face classes? Meron mga nagsabi ng yes, excited na kami, at meron din naman mga no, safety first muna. At dahil dyan, based sa ating poll for today, 82%, napakataas sa percent, no? 82% ang sinabing no, safety first muna. Na excited naman sila pero kailangan na safe muna at may vaccine lahat. At 18% naman ang excited na kami sa face-to-face. Maraming salamat sa lahat ng ating Clarians, parents, teachers, staff na nakibahagi sa ating poll for the day. Ayan, no? Again, 82% no safety first at 18% excited na kami. Okay, mukhang may winner na tayo. Tingnan natin. Kailangan 5, no? Okay, very good. Nakinig talaga Ang tamang sagot ay 1, personal management. Number 2, purposeful communication. Number 3, gainful productivity. Number 4, mindful perception. And last but not the least, social interactions. Ayan. Tama, very good. Tama ba din? Approve? Approve na approve. Tama-tama at nakinig talaga. Kaya naman, congratulations, you just won 200 worth of GCash. To Race Joy Oplado of BEd 1A. Again, Race Joy Oplado, BEd 1A. Ayan. Congratulations. Now, first winner. Ang second winner natin, tingnan natin. Personal management, purposeful communication, gainful productivity, mindful perception, and social interaction. Very good. From grade 7 naman, ayan, no? Anthony John Mapula. Okay, ayan, no? Anthony John Mapula, grade 7. Very good. Congratulations sa ating 2 winners. Talaga naman nakinig, no? At napakaganda ng mensahe ni Dean for today. Kaya naman, tomorrow, magkikita-kita pa rin tayo, di ba? Natapos ang ating day 1, day 2, day 3. At tomorrow, January 15, 2022 at 10 a.m. same time, lahat ng tertiary students natin, no, especially the grantees, ay required na manonood kayo bukas ng ating general orientation webinar about TES Unifast, kung saan lahat ng inyong mga katanungan ay sasagutin natin bukas yan, again, 10 a.m. Kaya naman sa mga classmates na o kung kayo mismo ay hindi pa nakasubscribe sa ating YouTube channel, pindutin na ang ating subscribe button at bell notification para ma-notify kayo na start na ng orientation tomorrow. Again, that's 10 a.m. January 15, Saturday. Okay? So, ipagkalat na sa inyong mga marites na mga kaibigan, biro lang, no? Sa inyong mga classmates dyan, no, na bukas may orientation at kailangan tayong manood. Okay? Okay na. So again, congratulations to all our winners. Again, thank you so much. Live na live, Dean Henry Tinedero. Maraming salamat po sa inyong araw for today. At sa lahat ng ating mga viewers na talagang tumutok mula kanina umaga hanggang ngayong araw. Lastly, please, no, pakisagutan po ang ating health survey form na nakapost po sa ating website, clareonline.com. Napakahalaga po niya, no. As of today, 577 pa lamang po ang sumasagot. Pero thank you, no, medyo marami na ito. Pero again, kailangan po lahat, no, ay sasagot sa ating health survey form na nakapost po again sa clareonline.com. Kaya naman hindi ko na patatagalin pa. In behalf of Sir Chami Ortega and our Director, Ma'am Joy Naturales, this is your teacher, DJ Adi. Maraming salamat, Claire, and see you tomorrow and good morning, class.
Education is considered an investment in human capital. Human capital can be described as the knowledge, abilities, and skills of an individual, acquired through education, training, and experience. Education at St. Clare College enriches learners' understanding of themselves and the world towards professional development and life skills for life success. It improves the quality of their lives and leads to broad social benefits to individuals and society.
Hope of the future lies in our hand to greet tomorrow's dream. With just one voice we raise your name. Oh, hail our dear St. Clare. Inspired by your dreams and aspirations and goals for all humanity, we lift our voices, raise your banner, proclaim your cause on high. For your achievements and goals are a light to our path, the soul of all wisdom, and you're a model to us, those in need of your light, the hand in the Master's touch. Hope of the future lies in our hand to greet tomorrow's dream. With just one voice we raise your name. Oh, hail our dear St. Clare. Inspired by your dreams and aspirations and goals for all humanity, we lift our voices, praise your banner, proclaim your cause on high. For your achievements and goals are a light to our path, the soul of all wisdom, and you're a martyr to us, those in need of your light.